What's up, Stratego brothers? This is OuweSok with a game against a gold major, and as you see, the first move of my opponent has been like the most worst possible move for me. He scouted my first row general. So yeah, off to a bad start, and let's see how this game goes. I remember I played before this guy and I lost heavily, so let's see if I can do better, but for the moment we started pretty poorly. So after this bad start, I'm just planning to develop this side to create room for my general, and I just hope that his marshal isn't here to trap my general. So let's see how this game goes. Okay, that's good. A lieutenant. He's got some front load lieutenants. This is one aspect of the general of this setup, that I can quickly go to the good old major trap. Okay, so I found a major, but I cannot profit from it. I cannot trap it. So he doesn't take bluffs, this guy. I mean, this was pretty bad move from my part, and yeah, he took a couple pieces from me. I had my marshal uncovered for some moment. Oops, I could counter that, fortunately. Ouch! So that was well played by my partner, by my opponent. Okay, let's go back to this because that was interesting. I decided to move up with my captain aggressively, and if he captured with the major, it will be trapped. If he captures with anything else, then I will get some useful information. So he protected the side with his major, so I just go and pick up the major. Hopefully there's no marshal behind it, so I get some material back for yeah, for him knowing my general. In this setup there, I have a lot of scouts here, so to help my general find targets and guard against incoming. Okay, there's another interesting spot. And guard against incoming marshals. He knows my marshal, he knows my general, so it's good to be aggressive now. And he came in with a major here, and I didn't capture it because this was like a fairly obvious backup, and probably the general. So I just didn't go for the major, and instead I opened up the lane for my colonel to escape. Took me some time to think about this, but at the end I decided to against this guy. Doesn't really sit on his majors. He is very aggressive. It's a style I like. Okay, found a captain, that's useful. And he finally ends his major adventure into a bomb, well placed bomb. I right now have all his majors. He's here got one of mine, but he knows my marshal, he knows my general, and it's the typical game that I'm usually the other side of the board, down some material and up a lot of information. If you look the videos of Dobby, you will find a series that goes specifically about sacrificing your majors to find big pieces. Well, my opponent did just that, and let's see how he manages and how he puts me into problems, or how I manage to get out of those. So let's continue. Yep, I scout, it's indeed the general. I want to protect my colonel from the scout, so we exchange scouts here, and my colonel goes away, and I bring in my marshal to control his general. This could of course potentially be the spy. It's not really likely. Actually it is, because I spent all my scouts already, so it could be the spy, but it probably isn't. Okay, so he's putting my general in a position to make under pressure, let's say. What do you think of this? Would you move away? Would you attack? Would you attack this captain? No, it's only carded with one piece. What would your play be here? This was mine. I would expect a marshal here to stick around, hoping that one day I will attack this captain with my general. Would be quite happy having my marshal this close to the opponent's general. So when he moved out, I just didn't think it was anything. And also, if you're up material and down information, you shouldn't believe all the pieces that your opponent throws at you and think that you see everywhere marshals and spies. I mean, you have to take some risks, or otherwise you will be slowly murdered. So yeah, and now he comes in with another piece and puts it under pressure, put my general under pressure again. For the same reason that I captured the previous scout, I captured this piece as well. And look, that was a very juicy kernel. So now I'm up a massive amount of material, kernel and 2 majors. Let's count the pieces. That's 6, 11, 20, 23, and he got 25. So he's up 2 pieces, but down a lot of quality. And he's got my marshal and general pinned, and I've got his general. So I think I'm now comfortably leading this game. The only thing I have to do now is find his marshal, and actually this was the piece I suspected to be the marshal. So no way I'm going to challenge it with my colonel. That's the captain moving. Still don't know. This would potentially be a spy, but I don't know. I really want to find out what kind of piece is in here. Okay, so he just gave away his minor. I mean, that was poorly played by him. That was the known captain. I picked it up. The suspected marshal can't really do anything to trap neither my major nor my general, so that's nothing to worry about. There's the general. I've got it under control as well. So this game is looking really good for me. If he's got his, he got my general pinned with his suspected marshal. I don't really care, but I want to find out if it's the marshal, and yeah, that's indeed is. I managed to find it out relatively cheaply. So I have now uncovered his marshal, his general, and kept my colonel and 2 major advantage. So this game, yeah, this should be in the bag. let's see how the end game goes. I'm of course happy to exchange generals, marshals, sorry. And also interested to exchange generals. That's would be a good break for me, because then I have strong control with my colonel and majors. 3 pieces that he cannot beat except with his known marshal. So this game is yeah, really over. I think I played it carefully until now. Until now, that was a blunder. I mean, this was a scout. He could have picked up my spy here. It was an error from my part, but he didn't. Moving back quickly, he didn't take advantage of my mistake. And yeah, so this game is okay. He still has a colonel. I still have to find a colonel. So I was a bit too quick to say that my majors were already unbeatable. Okay, so I have to be careful now. If this is a colonel, then he's trapping a major and a colonel. I don't want him to chase away my colonel and then pick up my major. So I've got his piece under control here, his suspected colonel. Indeed. So now we have the previous the thing that I said. We have colonel to majors, and there's no way he can break through with any kind of piece. Yeah, the rest of the game is not really interesting. I can just slowly strangle him and everything that moves. Bring up the other major. Now my colonel is also invading, so yeah, this is a bloodbath. Going to pick up this walker. That's another miner that bites dust, and theirs is really not much left for him. And he comes into my base, hoping to lotto, and now I've got his marshal in control of my spy as well, and this game is soon to be over. Salvage my miner. And yeah, that was the end of the game. So it was a game I liked against an aggressive opponent, burning through his majors, getting the advantage, in strong advantage in information, but he bluffed me on a couple of places that I didn't fall for it. And yeah, at the end I beat it handsomely, so I thought it was a nice game, and hope you liked it too. So thank you very much for watching, and see you in the next one.